Hello, everybody. This is about an occurrence that happened today. I was cycling along on a footpath by the water at a local location here, and three young girls, about 14, 15, passed me by on bicycles, and they were like the way young girls are dressed now, very scantily, but one of them, like they were very elongated type of girls. You know, that the young girls, their legs tend to grow quicker than the rest of them at that age, and it's a sign of growing into womanhood and all the rest of it. It's one of those signals. But part of that was that one of the girls was standing on her pedals, and so her ass was right in the air, and she was wearing um, jean shorts, but they were so short that the top of the shorts showed the bottom of her cheeks, and the rest of the shorts disappeared up into her nether regions. And um, you're talking millimeters away from seeing the the essential working areas. And this is a 15-year-old girl, you know. Now I'm not easily shocked, you know, and I have had, you know, I mean, I'm a grown man, you know, but I was shocked, you know, like I've been seeing the way girls dress over each year, the clothes getting tighter, tights getting tighter, showing every curve, la 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 la, and so on. Um, but to see that displayed on display from a girl as young as that shocked me, really shocked me. And I said it to her. I said it to the girl. I said, those shorts are way too short. And I said that as they passed by. And I've been on an electric bike. I got ahead of them and I went to a bench. I was going to a bench to sit down, and I parked my bike, and they passed by at that stage. And I looked up, and the girl who was wearing the shorts made eye contact with me, and I scowled at her. And I think it's important to do this because, and I also think this is because men are no longer in control of the space. You understand that it's the over feminization of our society. Women get to have all the say about their sexuality, about sexuality in the public sphere. I'm not saying to throw women into like burqas or anything like that, or going back to the headscarves of our mothers and grandmothers' times. I'm saying that our young girls are being made to look like cattle, you know? Like they're being made to look like farm animals for reproduction, from like sexualized objects at that age. Can you imagine what men and people coming in, because the borders are down at the moment, and there are people floating in from parts of the world where women cover their heads and their shoulders with niqabs and hijabs. And they were there. There was one family there like that. A man, his wife, and three daughters. And the eldest daughter had her head and shoulders covered with a niqab. Can you imagine what they must think seeing? Think of us as a people, that we let our children dress like that. Can you imagine what they must think of us? And in a sense, they're right. You know, there's a reason we're losing our borders. There's a reason we're losing our ethnic right to our land when we let our children be objectified through the commercialization of a style of dress which co-tandems with women being independent and sexually free and all of that. Like, that's the narrative at the moment. And anything I say is going to be lambasted because that's the narrative. And I'm saying that is something to stop. We need to stop now. Just stop and gather ourselves and gather our thoughts. What's going on here with The sexualization, like we have bodily signals, that signify our fertility. You know, to a man, it's a female rear. Okay, it's one of the most basic, basest, primal, instinctive signals for sexual reproduction. That a 15-year-old girl has everything pulled back and up to reveal that is frightening. Like it is like there are men in prison who can't control their impulses. They're in there because they have impulse control issues. You know what I'm saying? So, like, any one of these, a man who has problems controlling his impulse is that's fodder for that. You understand? At the right moment, with the right opportunity, alone, whatever. You understand? We're being turned into sexualized objects only, so that the mind can't think of anything else. That you're constantly being turned on, turned on, turned on, and you can't think of anything else. For those of us who believe in God or religion, the mind can't continually go towards God because we're constantly butt cheeks, butt cheeks, butt cheeks, ass, 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 sex, 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 and it's like it's just a drive on all the time. You can't conduct a society that way. You can't conduct a civilization that way. That's the breakdown of civilization. Okay? There has to be some reining in of this. This is because men don't have control of the narrative. Men understand their own impulses and urges, and they understand that when this gets out of hand, you've lost your tribe, you've lost your nation, you've lost control of your family. You know, women will follow. The majority of women, on average, they're herd creatures. That's how they stay safe. That's evolutionarily, that's how they stayed safe. The mindset is to see what the other one is doing and follow. See what the other one is doing and follow. Do the same, do the same, do the same. That's normal. That can lead to problems when the issues are weaponized from the outside. When somebody else gets control of the media, when somebody else gets control of the narrative. You understand? About dress code, about music idols, about how those people, celebrities, conduct themselves, how they dress, and then see that and follow, see that and follow. You understand? But when it comes into the public sphere like this on a daily basis, there's something wrong with that. We're losing our higher sense of selves and our focus as human beings, because sex is good and it should be it should be about reproduction, but our narrative has lost that, so that it becomes about lots and lots of sex without reproduction, and that's what we've lost. And it seems that the more sexualized we become, the less reproductive we become. And it's happening now younger and younger and younger. And the clothes are reflecting that. There has to be a reevaluation of this. That shocked me today. I was well shocked. Okay. And as I said, I'm not an easily shocked person.